Doing you in there at 669, go for it.
Good evening, everybody out there. Yeah, I heard about this little round table earlier this evening, or early this morning. Talking go bags and go radios. Fantastic subject. I'm sure everybody's got their flavor of arsenal they're going to take with them. My personal favorite is the Yaesu 857. 100 watt HF. It also has 2-meter 440 and can be modified to work in GMRS and be a full transmit mode radio, but I carry it around, and it has a what do you call it, portable zero to 6 amp hour LiPo 4 phosphate batteries. Usually can get a good 8 hours out of it, depending on transmit time. And the HTs, oh man, I'd have to go with a Kenwood TH72A. Front panel programmable. You can take AA batteries. Does the APRS. Internal TNC. So yeah, that's a nice little rig right there. That'd be my two picks on the go. Back to you.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one. I know, like the Yaesu, I got the FT300 here. You can also program it to where they can find your location. So if you was injured and you could turn that on, they could always find your location if there's somebody else out there looking for you, that you can communicate to them. So that's an easy way too. Yeah, think about what your radio has or what kind of radio you would want. Sometimes there's going to be a lot more money. Sometimes you can only afford the cheap ones. But, hey, as long as you can contact somebody, that's the kind you're gonna be able to use then. Something you do on the fly. Anybody else got one they want to put out there?
Go
ahead, 655.
Well, I'll just kind of echo what Jeff said about the A-tone. I've got the 878, and yeah, they're fantastic little radios. Front panel programming, APRS, VHF, UHF. So yeah, but I gotta say I have to take my Apex with me too, because you know what, I could use that for a weapon. So, but yeah, the Anytones are fabulous radios. And yes, Buddy does have one.
Yes, sir, I have to agree with you. I got an Anytone in here that I use for a base station, and I can program all of the channels in there too, and ham channels and GMRS. So yes, they're really good radios. And the one particular one I got, I can use as a cross repeater, so that makes it nice too. I need to do that. So yes, I know what you're saying about Anytones. They're probably a really good, one of the best radios besides Yaesu's and the other ones that's out there. It's a lot more expensive. And they do what they designed to do. Anybody else got one they want to share?
WRUI 318.
318, go for it.
I have a Motorola XTL 2500. I have a Wuxon 935G. I have a Baofeng Tri-Band UV5X3, I think it is, handheld radio. The Wuxon 935G is handheld. And I have a Yaesu DX6. I think it's a Tri-Band handheld ham radio. Of the 4 radios I have, I will have to say my Baofeng is the most versatile because it does ham, GMRS, commercial,
plus the tri-band. Tri-band, GMRS, and commercial. I do my sprinklers at the golf course with it. It's fabulous. It's cheap. It's not reliable. Sometimes my Motorola, I hear people coming across 600 on it. My Baofeng, I'm not getting no audio. All I got to do is hit the push the talk button one time, let off. Yes, it chirps, but my radio starts receiving on that Baofeng. So they're cheap radios, yes, but sometimes they can do things that the more expensive radios can't. So, again, I'm a newbie, ham and GMRS license. So, WRUI 318 on the side listening. Good conversation. Really good conversation.
Okay, we strike one up for a Baofeng there. And I started out with one just to listen to the ham side and everybody else when I first got involved. So, yes, they are cheap radios, but yes, they do what they're intended to do, too. And they're easy to program on the fly. So, yes, it's a really good radio. Anybody else got one that they want to share with us? Okay, not hearing anything else. I think we did a pretty good night tonight. I want to thank everybody for showing up and giving us your input on this stuff. It helps out other people. It gets people thinking. Maybe again sometime we'll be able to do this at a little bit earlier time to get more people involved. But I wanted to do this where people would be not, talking and some of them going to bed or whatever, but kids wouldn't be around. So we had a pretty good conversation, and we'll plan on this again some other time later on. Maybe we'll come up with some new ideas.
Well, we had one station there right before you keyed in, 296, Grundy Station. If you got something to add in there before we wrap it up, go ahead.
RXI 577. You might consider having a little tiny FDR receiver. If you get out of your area and you don't have the frequencies programmed, you'll probably be able to find them and see them right on the SDR screen. Scanning through bands. And also you have your potential for LoRa equipment, or LoRa, which is like Meshify for texting. If you can, your cell phone still works, but you don't have internet because the cellular towers are down, you can still do short-range texting with having two units for LoRa mesh networking.
Okay, that's a good idea. And what kind of radio do you put in your go bag?
Well, we have the venerable, they're GT3 models that came out a long time ago from Baofeng, but they're just sitting there waiting for the day. And then a lot of other things that I can just program on the fly just because that's the way to do it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know some of the new Baofengs that's coming out now, and some of the other radios, you can put in the channels, and also you can scan to see what PL they got in there, too, and it'll lock in on that PL, so you'll automatically have it. You don't have to look everything up that way. So some of the newer radios, they do have that capability of doing that. But anyway, tonight's been a really, really good night. I appreciate you all showing up. It's been great, and we just about had an hour in here, and I don't like to take it any further than an hour on the first time. So again, we'll do it again some other time, and let me reset the repeater real quick. I'd like to get some time, maybe somebody 444 or Todd out there, or somebody like that, to think about sharing on their simplex, what they learned about that, and have a good round table discussion on that kind of stuff too. because I think it's very important that we just start taking and doing radio checks and stuff like that on the simplex side. You know everything's going to be better once you do it on simplex. When you get on the repeater, it's going to sound just as good. So anyway, thank you all for showing up tonight. This is WRHW 296 from Noblesville, Indiana. We'll be clear as everybody in 7-3.
Thanks for running that ride. WRKH 444.
She wants Eikenberry on campus. Do you just want to turn me here or have me go to Eikenberry?
Not want you to go to Eikenberry. What I want you to do is 19 to the Illinois terminal. You're due to start at 10:07 southbound at the IT. She can ride your bus southbound to her destination after the IT.
God bless. 10-4, Tango Yankee.
Speed to you, sir. Thank you.
Perfect. I'm pretty close. Do you need further?
Stripping the PLs and getting the PL tones in case of emergency to contact somebody. Well, the Anytone's got the monitor button, the Digi monitor button. So if you hear that gargly, nasty DMR sound out there, and you have your Digi monitor on, it'll and it's not encrypted. It'll decode it for you. It'll show you your talk group, your color code, and everything you would need to get back to that digital, I saw Johnstown light up there, to get back to that signal with the DMR, and we were talking about loading up all the businesses and stuff. Just wanted to throw that out there.
In Georgetown to clean the roadway from a prior accident. Timeout 2154.
Went down University and race. A woman in a Penske, truck rental. She slightly tapped the mirror on the driver's side. I checked it right as soon as I got over here to Water Street to make sure there was no damage. But I will fill out an incident report. And I did mark the video edit so that way it can show up on the video. 10-4.
10-4, did she stop and talk to you, or did she continue on?
Just kept rolling. 10-4.
10-4, and you're standing by on Water Street, correct?
Phone so that way I can keep track of it, all of my notes. 10-4.
That's fine. Just when you get a moment, fill out that incident report, and if you've marked your camera already, that's perfect. We'll have a supervisor meet up with you just to take pictures as a formality, but from what you can see, there's no damage to the vehicle.
So far as what I can see right now on the rainy day, but It might show up something probably when it dries up. 10-4.
We'll take a look and address it as is necessary. Are you standing by on Water Street?
Correct, sir. I'm standing on Water Street. 10-4.
10-4. We'll have a supervisor come meet you over there, and we'll take a look, and likely you'll stay in the same bus, and we'll let you know once we check it out.
Robert 825560. Robert 825560.
What's your cross with Maine? The cross street with Maine?
Final stop's going to be East Main on Maple Street.
May not see it, others may not see it, but a lot of us see it, so, dude, you just keep doing what you do, man. You're a good dude.
If there's any real damage to that bus. Thank you.
You guys don't know. But yeah, I mean, so much division out there these days, and yep, we got to stick together. That's right, Rush. Good man.
correct. This is WRXZ 300. WRXZ 300. Sit down and turn the radio on.
Paging King Dogbot. Paging King Dogbot.
And there's so much stuff going through my head after that round table that I gotta go through all my stuff, and I gotta get proficient, and remember where everything is. I try to do it about once a year, but it's kind of a trend, the bug out bag, but. If you utilize it properly, and you're lightweight and you got a plan, you always got to have a plan. That round table definitely got some gears turning in my head that I need to tighten up some loose ends. WRKH 444 Jeff here in Clayton, Indiana.
Our favorite go-to throwing the quick radio bag there, and my thing of it is okay, now that you threw that radio in there, where are you going to listen at? Who are you going to talk to? What frequency are you going to be on? What mode are you going to, need to communicate with, and it's, I think, for the most part, when you're not prepared or you're not ready for it, none of us are really ever going to be sure we can grab that radio, but what are we going to do with it once we're out there, And that's the thing where you really got to start putting your homework in and your practice times and your proficiency, like you were saying, and practice that stuff, man. You talk about it all the time, all day long. So you got to do it.
.4406. If you get a return, can you put it in notes?
Most likely it'll be on an analog, maybe not. Now you got my head spinning even faster. Oh yeah, yes sir, man, that thing's spinning now. Want to get complicated with it, I do. But yeah, it's been a great eye opener. Like you said, we're never going to be ready for it. But all we can do is try.
there to be active, man. Get into your races and areas groups and all kind of other prepper nets out there, Amron, all that stuff. Cool stuff to get into. I like watching the tech prepper out there on the YouTube stuff. He's got some pretty cool stuff. Although far-fetched, it's like, sure, those are pretty cool modes, all that digital HF stuff and all that PSK-31 for emergency comms, but nobody uses it. Great modes, man, I tell you what, fantastic, you know, and that's why I like APRS. Touch note on a little bit of APRS there. It's not just a positioning type of system, you know, you could actually send text messages without using the eye gate, you know, do a point-to-point contact or something, which is kind of keeps your audio off the airwaves and throw a little digital emission at it, so nobody really knows what you're talking about. Nice little feature to have on your radio, but 406, go ahead, we hear you out there.
6110-4.
Forth. And the situation with some of the things we do here on the net controls and all that on the ham band, well, what if the repeaters all go down? We were talking about where do you go on the radio. This is something that I think on GMRS will work. Pick a frequency and spread it around where you can relay messages. So the situation with doing that, you need a lot of relays, which can be done. You know, I'm over here in central Illinois, tied into the system, but when the system goes down, then, you know, the whole repeater system is down. We do nets over here on FM, UHF, VHF, and we go to UHF, or VHF simplex quite a bit, just to practice and have the people learn how to take their radios there and make them work there. This could be the basis for another Saturday night nest. QRQK 406. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Respond to 702 Marshall Street, 702 Marshall, for a 69-year-old female who's having chest pains and difficulty breathing. Edgar County cleared, 2209.
Failure to appear driving unsuspended and failure to appear driving unsuspended, 10,000, 10%. Fail electric strike.
Equipment made is by Kentech. Used to be in Sevierville, Tennessee, and they're out in California now. It's HF gear. It's not the smaller stuff. But everything else made, Yaesus, the ICOMs, the Kenwoods, and so forth, are made by allied countries of the U.S. The biofangs and minitones, they are made cheap, which we buy. Which I'm guilty of, puts money in the country's pockets that wants to take us over. So, something else to consider. I'll get out of here and keep listening. I better not give my call sign. The ham call sign. WRQK 406.
up. It'll be East Main, Poplar Street, East Main and Poplar Street. Gray Kia Sorento, gray Kia Sorento. David Z05 888 David Z05 888
The big thing is, maybe we can get the guy that, Ron, that did the net tonight to come back maybe every week on Saturday evening like he did, or more so, and just bring up different topics, keep people on their toes and stuff. And another thing, like I mentioned a while ago, these little radios, we program them with the computer. And a lot of the ham radios are very difficult also. They have a system called RT system you can get, plug into your radio and the laptop, program it. But really need to learn how to do it by the buttons on the front. Most of them have them. And I admit myself, I've got a couple of HDs that I've done with the RT system. And
FT60 still sitting here on the desk. It's about one of the simplest radios to program. It's got a little metal die-cast body on it. Takes AA batteries. Man, can't say enough about it. I'm with you. The bow things and that. Man, if I'm leaving, if I gotta get out of here, I don't know if that's gonna be one of my go-to ones. I got a few of them. I'm not mocking them. I just don't know if they're gonna hold up. But one for the big Yaesu guys. But very good point there. WQVY 669.
And probably won't get used initially, if something bad were to happen, but, maybe while infrastructure's up, I think one of the biggest things as some GMRS users out there really need to study that band plan of, all the way down to all the way up to 1,000, or higher, and know exactly who transmits where, and they should just know it off the top of their head. You don't learn it overnight, but I've got a band plan sheet sitting right in front of me. But the APRS, man, it's when I first got my Anytone, I couldn't care less about it. I didn't have my tech. But man, it's the simplest, it's the coolest. They got it for Android. I think you can even build your own. I don't even know. I'd really like to build like a Pi Zero or something and just have like a APRS like beacon. I think just kind of like a little tractor, maybe with a little 18650 battery in it, or maybe some AA's. Like Rod was saying earlier, if someone's looking for you, they would know where you were at. And I never thought APRS was cool until I got into it. So anybody out there that's been listening, I definitely would look into that. There's a lot of radios that support it. WRKH 444 for ID.
Gordon Woodrum on the phone again, and he is advising that he is now chasing his own vehicle that he wants to report stolen. The two people mentioned in the cab as well, driving that vehicle. Westbound on 2800 North Road. 10-4, I advise him to stop and be noisy.
I'll hear in a minute.
10-4.
It's old technology, right?
It either, the 868 only does APRS over digital. It didn't come until the 878 where it could do over analog. So I'm stuck with a radio that would only send out that position to a Brandmeister APRS talk group. So that kind of puts me out of the loop on that. But yeah, the whole Direwolf thing and the Digipeer, and that's gonna be probably my next lesson. Is getting something like that up and going. But for right now is I think it's a little out of reach for me right now. But yeah, it's super cool, man. It's a little invasive, but a lot of good people out there.
I'll be heavy in Samantha normal. Heavy in Samantha normal. So dark blue Chevy Impala, dark blue Chevy Impala. David L. Robert 24350. David Robert 24350.
David L. Robert 24350. Expired 9023 dark blue 2010 Chevrolet Corvette.
Copy that, appreciate it. WRQY 482, I'm on the creep repeater. We'll be mobile monitoring.
think that'd be my probably go-to mode right there.
Which is the voice on those bands. But in case of emergency, it looks like I'm gonna be set up with an NFED to at least be resonant for CW, and it should I'll be have some type of rig for voice. But I do think HF will definitely. It's always been the fallback. Even over there fighting. They run HF rigs and a Motorola. And other things. You look at the comm guys over in the military. They got all kinds of modes going.
Sim 57 same.
Some of those low bands, I keep hearing about them. I don't have anything I can really listen on, so I don't really know what kind of range is out there. But yeah, no, super excited to get into some of those low bands, and I think I'll understand it a little bit more on the prep side of it.
Have QRZ opened up, and throw their call in there, see where they're at, see where they're calling from. They give you an idea of, oh, all right, cool. If you can hear them, they're going to hear you. Gives you an idea on different bands. And plus, it gives you a little familiarity with the different HF bands. And you know what? I think you said something about you got the band playing right by you. Dude, I've had a band playing underneath my mouse pad forever. I'm always checking it, making sure I'm not out of my privileges or nothing, or wherever have you, But yeah, the SDRs, dude, couldn't agree more. Little MLA 30, we were talking about that a few weeks back. A cheap $40 antenna that you can just throw in the attic and pick everything up from, all the way down there. Low bands all the way up to, I think, 30 megahertz. But, yeah, very good, man. All right, guys. Hey, good stuff tonight. I'm going to jump out of here and see what else I can get into. WQBY 669, we'll be clear.
10-4.
Terry, WRXI 577.
like SDR trunk where you can get into, you know, receiving the digital modes and decoding them. It's super cool. You can record and upload to Broadcastify with those ones. But I've been seeing these ones. They're probably Chinese, of course, but they got a little screen on them, and they're kind of like a little handheld deal. I'm sure they're not 100%, you know, good to go, but man, they sure do look neat. I don't know when the last time I saw one was, but yeah, man, it'd be real cool to have something in your hands with the display. I always hate dragging a laptop around. You know, they were talking about programming cords in a go bag, and man, that just makes my head hurt.
That well. So, you know, for less than $200.
Okay, awesome. Okay, see, I'm looking at it right now. That's exactly what I've been looking at. With the little SMA on there, so you could either, you know, use your little telescoping antenna or go big. Super cool for under 200. Really appreciate you giving me that model number.
Black Chevrolet B-Way truck 1624807, 1624807 B-Way truck.
Seven 5110-4, 1624807. Clear black 2012 Chevrolet pickup. Those 27s attached or valid.
Mike 14, traffic control, attach your antenna.
10-4.
Coming up to the scene, 160 shut down lane 1.
Probably come the way of GMRS too, but I don't know if it's not the end-all be-all, obviously, but if most people are going to probably try to keep the short duration communications, simply because when you're transmitting, you're giving yourself away. So.
Up that radio, he's giving himself away as well. Get your proficient in hunting the fox. Man, that's got a nice battery in it too. Super cool. But yeah, I'm starting to fade out. That's for sure. Getting tired here. My head's just spinning from that net. You know, whenever something isn't quite right, and it's not quite in line, I get a little OCD. So all I can think about is going through my stuff and doing a little recheck. But good hearing you out there. I'm glad everybody was able to come out tonight. And, you know, we really made the best of it, and we kept it rolling, and it's good hearing everybody. I'm going to stop dominating now, and actually, I'll clear out of here. We'll call it clear, and it was good talking with you, Kerry. Hope we do it again. This is Jeff in Clayton, Indiana. WRKH 444, and we'll be clear on your final, sir.
WRXI 577. Continuing on my run.
I have a second 28 just pull up. Black Dodge. Yeah, Adam P. King 50565. Adam King 50565.
Registered owner. Clear Black 2020 Dodge Utility. '51. I've got Reynolds en route. I'll have your numbers in just a second.
Medicaid respond to the area of Winch Drive and Eastgate Drive for vehicle versus ditch, PD en route, unknown injuries. Attention Engine 4, Medicaid respond to the area of Winch Drive and Eastgate Drive in Danville for a vehicle versus ditch, PD en route, cross streets, or Winch and Eastgate. 31 Delta 2, cross streets are dead end in Liberty. Again, 159 Fountain Valley in Rantoul Township. Respond on Fairground 5 at 2236.
I got thick skin and a really good sense of humor. It's all good. WRUI 318 on the side, about to clear. You know, we're way past old Rush's bedtime, so it's all good. WRUI 318.
Bound from ISR, just those last few stops down to PAR. Go ahead and turn right on Lincoln, and then left and turn around where you normally do for the Illini and head back down, and give me a call when you're headed back down Lincoln.
One 38, 10-4.
757 for 14. Is it doable?
You got it right, and we don't know if we can actually move it yet or not.
Never. Flip around and Cunningham. I'll step up top, so you tell me otherwise.
Down to PAR and start there for your next northbound trip at PAR. Do you know how to get to PAR from there?
Stand 4.
Stand 4, thank you.
You, stand 4.
Male that's not responsive. Foaming from the mouth. Police just arrived on scene. It's a 31 Delta 1. Cross streets are dead end in Liberty. Again, 159 Fountain Valley in Rainsville Township. Respond on Fairground 5 at 2240.
Oh, you're still 59, 28 for me.
59, go ahead.
Registration. ZZ Bray, Henry 6, R. Robert 5, P. Paul. Zebra Henry 6, Robert 5, People.
Vehicle versus a ditch, unknown injuries, PD and rental. Attention Oakwood Fire and ambulance responding east 1530 North Road, north 850 East Road in Oakwood for a vehicle versus ditch, unknown injuries, PD and rental. Tag out 2241.
Pontiac 751, 27 McFile. R. Robert 562-7307-0001, repeating R. Robert 562-7307-0001. Step 1457. We're mobile. If you could come up here and give us some blocking, we'll get this thing turned around.
Two 51, that 27 for Ramirez Juarez. Valid.
Arrow, per PD on scene, you can disregard.
No more, thank you.
Road, north 850 East Road, for vehicle versus ditch, unknown injuries, PD en route. Attention Oakwood Fire, second page, respond to the area of East 1530 North Road, north 850 East Road in Georgetown for vehicle versus ditch, unknown injuries, PD and ambulance en route. Second timeout 2244.
We just got out of the left lane, put over here at the 183 exit. Anything else? Just give me an additional 30.
Thank you.
Medical at Canopy Club, 708 South Goodwin Avenue in Urbana. Engine 254 medic respond for an 18-year-old male that's intoxicated and not alert to 26 Delta 1. Cross streets are Oregon and Nevada. Again, Canopy Club, 708 South Goodwin Avenue. Patient is outside on the side of here. Respond on fire ups 1 at 2245. Attention Engine 2 and Medicaid, respond at 1208 Garden Drive in Danville, Apartment D, for a 1-year-old juvenile, difficulty breathing. Attention Engine 2 Medicaid, respond to 1208 Garden Drive, Apartment D, David, for a 1-year-old juvenile, difficulty breathing. Cross streets are Bowman and unknown.
Switch back to 5A. All units on the detail, switch back to Troop 5A.
On it, 5 King 1, around 5 King 2. Do 8265, 8265. Respond to 1208 Garden Drive, Unit D, for a 1-year-old, difficulty breathing, 6 Delta 2. Respond to Main County as Medic East.
I'll reset your block. Do just stand by there. I'm going to see if that other green catches up enough to take over the route from there, but you're not due to leave there until I think 10:55.
another truck, so. David William, 48450.
$759, T. David W. William, 48450, clear, White 2003, Hyundai utility.
You want me to go ahead and drop them off to their locations? 10-4?
10-4, go ahead and run out those passengers and give me a call back when you're all clear.
Yeah, 10-4.
Medic 124 out of PC.
Stanford, go ahead.
Check back once I get to the terminal, see what all these people are doing.
10-4, yeah, I have you in service as far as the terminal, so once you get to the terminal, just run out those passengers and we'll get you back on track after that.
Excellent. 10-4.
$928, Illinois B truck plate 317-2698. 317-2698, Illinois B truck.
969, truck 317-2698, B-boy.
R. Robert J. John Anderson, R. Robert J. John Anderson, 305 North Main Street, Wayne City, clear, silver 2013, Ram pickup. I expect you to run for it.
5Q 1028, D. David D. Boy 37406. David Boy 37406.
I'll be clear, employee observation.
Yeah, 4.
Avenue and Crystal Lake Drive, Trinity Avenue and Crystal Lake Drive, Champaign. Black Mercedes, D. David 95092, double D David 95092.
D. David 95092, expired 6/2023, black 2023 Mitsubishi Utility.
May I accept 51 information, please? 1051, you can cancel the tow report number. It's the owner's request now.
Good evening, depending on where you're at. This is WR, VZ988, we'll be clear.
Is 11 p.m. Weather conditions. Rain. Temperature 46 degrees. WRTB 528.
Status. I think they don't. You do?